Please listen carefully.
Hello, universe. Welcome to the Optimus Daily Update. I'm Carissa Garcia.
And I'm Ariel Tienko.
And we are part of the team behind the Optimus Daily, making solutions the news. We bring you reader-funded solutions news every day in order to change the tenor of news media, social media, and the direction of your day to help us all get focused on solutions.
7 days a week, we publish positive news stories written by award-winning journalists and delivered online to your inbox and through our social channels. And also, we are sharing these solutions in a commute-worthy, walk-worthy, home office-worthy, spring cleaning-worthy podcast. Today is Tuesday, March 1st, 2022. How are you, Carissa?
I am great today. How are you doing?
I'm feeling pretty good. It's March 1st, as I just mentioned. So today would have been my great-grandmother's 112th birthday.
Oh, wow.
So shout out to my great-grandmother, Eusebia Liano. Yeah, other than that, I mean, the sun has been shining for multiple days in a row, which is great. And it's making me feel pretty summery. Well, spring-like, I suppose. Can't really jump the gun to summer.
Are you going to be spring cleaning anytime soon?
I actually did some spring cleaning with my partner over the weekend. We're a little bit ahead, but honestly, like having a dog, I mean, you know, you have a cat.
Yeah.
Cleaning just never stops.
Oh, yeah. I was going to get a start on my spring cleaning, I guess, this weekend. But then I walked into the living room and saw that Miss Kitty, my cat, had pushed over a plant and got dirt everywhere on the floor. And I thought, I don't even think there's a point right now. This is for next weekend, maybe. So
yeah, you might as well just push it aside and maybe take some cute photos of your cat instead.
Guilty cute photos of the dirt on the ground. So speaking of cute photos, I have a story today that I would love to share.
Yeah, go ahead.
All right. Well, my story today from the Optimus Daily is that your vacation photos can help scientists track endangered species. There's an artificial intelligence system called Wildbook, and the photos are taken by researchers and those shared publicly on social media by civilians, and they can be thoroughly analyzed, offering more information to the databases that scientists and environmentalists use to further their mission to protect and conserve. This incredible use of AI to extract animals' biological information from images is called Imageolymics.
Cool.
Yeah, I didn't even know this was a thing. It can help environmentalists address one of the most difficult obstacles, which is the lack of data on endangered animals. Right now, the status of more than half of the 142,000 plus species listed on the IUCN Red List of Threatened Species is unknown because of the lack of data. These AI algorithms behind Wildbook can identify individuals using anything striped, spotted, wrinkled, or notched, even the shape of a whale's fluke or the dorsal fin of a dolphin. Right now, Wildbook has more than 2 million images of 60,000 dolphins and whales, which, according to creator Tanya Berger-Wolf, these images are the main source of data on killer whales in particular. That's amazing.
But what about like the other types of methods for tracking populations and other species and stuff? Because I think there's like tagging systems in place. What makes this technology better?
Yeah, well, tags and collars are used to track animals sometimes for population numbers and locations, but the information they offer isn't always as accurate as using Imageomics. And so the team behind Wildbook wants to change this and use these images to make sure they know where exactly they are and what they're looking like. And so this data can be used by researchers, environmentalists, conservationists, and citizen scientists to collaboratively maximize its impact. Yeah, so it can connect the people, it can connect the data, and it can connect the geographical location and just offer that missing piece in tracking these endangered animals.
Well, I mean, I guess that makes it a little bit more comfortable to take vacation photos. I don't know about you, but I always feel a little awkward, especially if there's like a bunch of other tourists around. But, you know, I could always be like, hey, this photo is going to help researchers gather data on this species.
Yeah, exactly. I'm always someone who's taking a picture of like a squirrel or just a random bird wherever I am. So like, this is for the scientists. So
So your story kind of goes into the good side of technology and like scrolling through our phones and taking photos. Mine is kind of looking at it from a different angle. My headline reads, "An effective treatment for gaming and internet addiction in teens." So this isn't really the same, but it still is about how technology is kind of intertwined in our lives.
Yeah.
So I don't know about you, but I really, really like playing games, whether they're board games or video games. I don't really like sports too much.
Yeah, me either.
Okay, so we're on the same page.
Yeah, but I can play Candy Crush for hours or just a random game on my phone for so long, so.
Yeah, okay, well, this article might be for you then.
Maybe.
Because for some, playing these games can be pretty addictive, like the online games and the internet games. The World Health Organization now recognizes being addicted to video games as a disease.
Mm-hmm.
Scientists think that the brains of these individuals work similarly to those addicted to drugs and alcohol, so that's a pretty strong addiction. The addiction to games is linked to a number of damaging symptoms such as lower life satisfaction, lower academic achievements, and comorbid psychiatric disorders. Unfortunately, the group that is the most vulnerable to developing this kind of addiction are adolescents. And since the pandemic started, people and, kids themselves are stuck inside. So it's only making matters worse in this regard.
Yeah.
But fortunately, there's been a study that's worked on tackling this condition, and they may just have the effective solution needed to solve this problem.
Oh. What have they been using? What kind of techniques?
Well, the study was conducted on 411 high school students, and they were between the ages of 12 to 18 and from 33 different schools, so it's a pretty varied sample. And the approach used cognitive behavioral therapy techniques to treat those with video game addiction. The special technique that they have come up with, though, is called PROTECT, and that is short for Professional Use of Technical Media. Mm-hmm. And this technique was able to reduce the severity of symptoms linked to this addiction. The paper, which was published in Psychiatry, states that the result of this trial showed that the PROTECT intervention effectively reduced symptoms of gaming disorder and unspecified internet use disorder over 12 months. But interestingly enough, the control group that didn't receive the PROTECT therapy also saw a decrease in the severity of symptoms, and according to the researchers, this could be due to an elevated awareness of the problem of internet behavior or being addicted to games, and that was induced by the PROTECT intervention. So maybe even just awareness on the issue could help decrease symptoms. Mm. The team hopes that this technique will become more widespread, and that could suggest that the PROTECT treatment could be utilized by teachers and counselors to help young people. So,
yeah.
I mean, this probably could have been useful to me. I was pretty addicted to Pokemon Gold. And also Wario. I don't know if you know that game, but I used to play it on my Game Boy a lot. Mm-hmm. Do you have any other addictions other than Candy Crush?
I guess in high school I played The Sims a lot on my computer. And
I love The Sims.
I know. I love The Sims so much. And I spent a lot of time probably on weekdays that I shouldn't have been, when I could have been doing more studying or more homework. But love that game.
Well, if you're addicted to games, maybe instead of logging on to your favorite game today, maybe you could just log on to the Optimus Daily and see some other solutions-based stories. What else do we have today?
Let's see. Your gut biome could be behind your anxiety. Congress approves $350 million for wildlife crossings. These wind-powered offshore chargers could change shipping. And to make citizens safer, France extended its abortion limit.
Yay. All right. So other stories that we have on the optimusdaily.com. Stop comparing yourself to others. Try this instead. Ooh, that could be a good one, especially with social media just filling our brains. Mm-hmm. How to avoid these 3 mistakes working at home. 6 steps to unpack your email inbox after vacation. And some sober advice for dating without drinking. You can find all of these stories and more at theoptimusdaily.com. Thank you so much to everyone who's tuning into the Optimus Daily Update today. We promise to continue to share positive, solution-based stories with ideas on how you can participate in this changing world and ensure it is changed for the good. We also promise to cover the current events with accuracy, legitimate sources, and offer you the information needed most to chart new paths for all of us.
Please consider becoming an emissary on theoptimusdaily.com, and for just $5 a month, support reader-funded independent journalism. Or support the Optimus Daily Update by rating us 5 stars on Spotify or Apple.
Oh, Carissa, another way that our listeners and readers can help us on our mission to make the world a better place is to check out our Instagram and reshare some inspiring stories with your followers, loved ones, and friends. So check us out. Our handle on Instagram is Optimist Daily.
Be part of the solution changing consciousness and addressing our world's biggest challenges with a problem-solving mindset. Let's keep the Optimus Daily free to all who need it, supported by those who can. Thanks, everybody, and hope you have a great Tuesday.